sticks.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize that.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
All praises there, brothers. What's your name, man? Who? Telly. Telly, my name is Nahum, Telly. It's a pleasure to meet you there, brother. Good to see you there. That's this Soldier Josiah, that's Soldier Ammon, okay? We are here to teach our people, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, who we are in the Bible. Take that right there. That's a big time ticket over and stuff. We get y'all to step back. I know he's backing up. No, this way right here. All right, so my question I ask you, brother, have you ever seen this out here before? You seen us teach this? No. You never seen no Israelites out here teaching this? Okay, my next question I ask you, what's your nationality according to the Bible?
Black.
You said black, right? So, you know black is just the color in the crayon box, right? Correct, right? So, you said African American, you know Africa is named after, African American named after two white men.
Come on now.
You know that? you got Leo Scipio Africanus. He conquered Hannibal during the Second Punic Wars. It was called the land of Ham. When he conquered it, he changed the land after his name. Okay, give me that Psalm 49:11. So he conquered that land after his name. Then he was a Roman general. Leo, what is it called? Leo Scipio Africanus. Then you got America is named after Amerigo Vespucci, a Roman navigator. Okay, Italian navigator. Same thing, Roman. They're the same people. He came over here and he changed the land. He changed North, Central, South America, and the Caribbean, all that to his name. Right. Watch this right here. The Bible says this is prophesied. Read what you got.
The book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Right, because they're everywhere. You got military bases all over the world, right? So we hear, so their inward thought, right, in their mind is that we're going to live, we're going to conquer, we're going to be the rulers of the earth forever. That's why, because this is their time to rule. Okay, read.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
Right, to all generations. Everybody on the earth, their dwelling places. You got embassy, U.S. embassies here, there, scattered all about. Read.
They call their they call their lands after their own names.
Right, they call the land after their own name. So what county are we in right now?
What county?
Yeah.
Yeah, Edgecombe County.
You say we're where?
Edgecombe County.
Right, so you ever met somebody with the last name Edgecombe?
Yeah.
What's the next county?
Nash.
You met anybody with the last name Nash?
I haven't met him, but I know Steve Nash.
You got Steve Nash, right? There's people with that last name. Wilson, North Carolina, right? You got Cumberland County. You got all these different Harnett County, Moore County. These are names of the slave masters that had us in slavery. That's why we got those names.
And you know what, man? I always wonder, how did they come up with these names of the county and stuff?
The city, think about Raleigh, right? What is Raleigh, North Carolina named after? Sir Walter Raleigh. Sir, think about it. He don't look like you. He don't look like us. He's a sire. I mean, he was the queen of England. You know, put him. You know, I forgot how the saying go. But in order to make you a sire, okay. So he was anointed, not anointed, but he was set up by the queen. I can't. There's another word for it. But you got all them places, right? So think about it. You got all these different cities in North Carolina, right? And you be like, hey, how these cities come about? You got Richmond, Virginia, somebody with the last name Richmond, right? You got Prince George's County. That was the name of it, somebody named Prince George. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at all this stuff. This, you know, none of us really think about it. Think about this, we on the street, Fairview, Eastern. You know, you may see some other streets with other people's names. It's like, if I ask you, what you don't mind now, what's your government last name? Moore. Guess what? My government last name is the same. So you gotta look at that thing, right? But that's our slave master land. That's not our last name. Okay, your God-given last name is Israel. Let me touch on that. So now you know you can't derive from two white men, right? No. You understand that? So now this should wake up something in your brain. Give me numbers. You got numbers 1 and 18 for me there. Watch this right here. This is how you find out your nationality, okay? According to the Bible. Read what you got.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigree.
So your pedigree, right? I ain't talking about dog food. Your pedigree is your bloodline, your lineage, okay? And so like, you know, people that raise dogs and breed dogs and cats and all that on horses, come on over, sis, come on over. We for our people, we for you. So, but you know, they get the breed of the dog by the father, right? Let's see what the Bible says. Read up at the top.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
So whatever your father is, his nationality, that's what your nationality is. So you got people that say, I'm mixed, I'm this and that. They may look a certain way. Some may look like, let's say you may have what we call, you know, interracial, or we usually see a black and a white person. Right. And let's say like Bob Marley, but actually, what's Bob Marley's nationality? You're aware, you know his father was Caucasian, right?
No, I didn't know.
You didn't know that. His father's white and his mother's black, okay? His mother's from the islands, so from Jamaica. So his mother's from the tribe of Benjamin, but his father is an Edomite, meaning he's not of an Israelite, okay? He's not of your nation. So he is what his father is. No matter how he looks, he is what his father is. Now, if it's the other way around, if he, you know, let's say you had a child by a white woman, which we shouldn't be interracial marriage, but nobody. But you, let's say you had a child, your child is going to be the nationality of you. Maybe the child may come out looking more like the mom, you know, may have green eyes or blue eyes or whatever, but the child got your bloodline in it,
right?
Your pedigree in it, right? So now I'm on your flyer. Turn your flyer to the back real quick. You see this right here. The names on your left is your God-given name. The names to your right is the name that your slave master gave us during slavery, okay? How you doing today, sis? Come on up here.
I heard that when I walked out the door.
All praises. I'm glad you heard this, okay? Okay, that's the Most High that's bringing this out. He's bringing this out for our people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to show who we are.
That's
okay?
Right.
I'm touching on the brother about his nationality. I asked him what his nationality was. I'm actually, what's your nationality? What do you put down on the job application? They ask you, what's your race? Your race is your nationality.
What it's supposed to be?
I mean, I want to know what you say first. We got to prove a point, you know, but I'm going to edify you. My job is to make sure you learn and you know. So what you put down?
I don't work now.
You put down?
I had to stop work.
You had to stop, okay, why did you have to stop work?
Because I got sick.
You got sick, right? So when you got sick, you might be getting some SSI, right? Some Social Security. So when you went to file the Social Security, they asked you about your race. What's your race? What do you
black.
put? You put black, right? So now I'm going to ask you, you see your shirt, right? Your shirt is black. Look at your skin color. Is your skin color the same color as your shirt?
No.
No, I mean it's brown, right? We all different shades of brown. So now I gotta ask you, so if you're not black, you know what I'm saying, then what are you now? You know what I'm saying? What's it?
Just like if you blow out, and you white over, you said, yeah.
They're really not white, they're red.
Wait a minute, I know, but you said a colored person or something. Just look at you like you said, you ain't colored, you black.
Yeah, but we different shades of brown, okay? Always remember that. The blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans, we the same people.
Right.
We're the same people who make up the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm gonna prove that. Y'all both turn the flyer to the back real quick. Okay, y'all, I want you to see on the bottom. You see where it says the 12 tribes of Israel today, right? You see the names on your left? That's your God-given name. The names on the right is what the slave master changed your name to when he conquered it and destroyed us and divided us as a people, okay? So what is your father's nationality? I'm asking, what is your dad? What is his nationality? Is he so-called African American or is he a so-called Native American?
I don't know, but he died before I came out.
Before he came out your mouth, he died, right? Okay, so most likely you're from the tribe of Judah, okay? You know, give me that Hebrews 7:14. So you come from the same tribe that Christ comes from, okay? Christ comes from the tribe of Judah. Did y'all know that? I did. You didn't know that? Well, watch this right. We're going to read that. I'm going to read everything I'm bringing out. If you have any questions, y'all ask questions, man. That's what we're here for, okay? We're here to edify people. We're being taught lies in these Christian churches, okay? Read what you got.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Right, say there's evidence, meaning proof, right? So you got proof in when you go to court, right? They ask you, we need evidence. What's the proof that you got? So now it is evident, it's proof that Christ sprang out of what?
Out of Judah.
He sprang out of the tribe of Judah. That's the tribe he came from, read.
Of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
All the priests. Look at the back of your flyer, right? Look at the back of your flyer. all the priests came from the tribe of Levi, okay? Levi, that's the tribe where all the priests came from. Judah is the tribe where the kings came from, okay? That's where King Solomon, King David, all of them, those kings came from that tribe. Christ comes from that same lineage of King David, King Solomon, so on, all his King Rehoboam, right. all his sons on down, okay? That's where Christ comes from, that lineage. Now I'm going to show you proof. Give me that in Luke chapter 2 real quick. Yeah, that's it. Read what you got. Here we go.
The book of Luke, chapter 2 and verse 4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee.
So Joseph is Christ's father, okay? That's his father. He wasn't born of no angel, okay? That's called, what they call it? Immaculate conception, okay? Meaning, you know, so in the Christianity, when they gave us these Christianity religion, they try to say that Christ had no earthly father. You gotta remember how he come from the tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying? Remember, it tells you how to read your Numbers, right? It says Numbers chapter 1 and 18 about the house of their fathers. How he gonna come from the tribe of Judah if we have no earthly father?
Right.
Right. So watch this right here. Read. This is how we know he come from that lineage. Read.
And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, unto Judea, into the city of David, which was called Bethlehem.
Right, 'cause that's where King David came from, Bethlehem. Okay, that's his hometown. Read.
Because he was of the house and lineage of David.
Hear that? Because he was from the house and the lineage of David. This is Christ's father right here. Christ had a real pedigree. Yes.
That's right.
See that? And you talk to people will try to argue me this down because when they talk from their slavery, you can't argue that, bro. You cannot argue that. You hear that? So now a lot of our people thinking, you know, can think about angels can't reproduce. You know, that will go into adultery. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, brother? You get a flyer, brother? You get a flyer? Get you a flyer, man. Get some of that, man. Yeah, I know you got to work and everything. What's your name?
I'm Wayne.
Wayne, my name is Nahum, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Up here, you know, we're up here bringing this up.
Y'all doing, man?
Yes, sir. All praise. See, he know about this. You know what I'm saying?
Where y'all be? Where y'all normally set up at?
Bro, we set up all over. Actually, one place where they were setting up at up here. This is my first time setting up here, but they normally were set up at the car wash. Is the car wash down there?
The car wash in
Raleigh Road. Is it Raleigh Road? I think it's Raleigh Road.
Raleigh Road.
Yeah. So that's where they will normally be set up at, but we're gonna set up in multiple spots.
And that McDonald's down the road right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, by Rose.
Yeah, so that's where we are. We in the hoods. Wherever we go, we teaching the hoods and the projects. We teaching where our people are at, the community.
Some already. A lot of stuff you speaking on, I didn't even know nothing about it.
Yeah, now you do. Guess what? Now you're getting the knowledge. Now you're learning.
So I hear other people say certain things. I can say it.
Yeah, right. You got to understand it now. You know how to explain it.
Luke 1:18, I can go to that.
Yeah. Luke, you said Numbers 1 and 18?
Numbers 1:18.
Yeah, got you. Numbers 1 and 18 that go into the lineage. Now you know, in order for you to have a nationality, you gotta have a father, right?
Right.
you can't, ain't no woman gonna have no child without no man.
Right.
Never that. Right. So, yeah, give me that in Wisdom of Solomon too.
Yes,
you know what I said? Give me that in Wisdom of Solomon. Read.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 5. For there is no king that have any other beginning of birth.
Hear that? There's no other king that have a different beginning of birth. You gotta go. All right, brother. Check out contact information on the back. You too. Hey, it says there's no king that's here on earth. What is Christ? The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, right? So ain't no king on earth that has a different birth than anybody that's here on the earth. Okay, read.
Want me to start at 2?
Yeah, start at 2.
The book of Wisdom.
Let's start at verse 1. Just read 1. Read it all down.
Yes, sir. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 1. Myself also am a mortal man.
This is King Solomon. He said, myself also, I'm a mortal man. What's a mortal man? He's here of the earth, right? Just like we mortal men. Read.
Like to all.
Like to who?
To all.
Like to all men that's here on the earth, okay? You know what I'm saying? He came down here with flesh, right? He cried. He used the bathroom. He was born with genitals like us, right? He was a man. He walked on his own 2 feet. Read.
And the offspring of him that was first made of the earth.
Right. Everybody, we all formed from that first man, Adam, right? Right, because Adam was here with form of the earth. Think about it, when we die, what happens to your body? Your body go back down to the earth, right? Okay, so read.
And my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months.
Hear that? In the time of 10 months, 9-10 months, right? Hey, you in your mother's womb, being, you know, you was conceived. Hey, guess what? Through sex, right? Yeah. He had his father, King David, had sex with his mother Sheba, right? So now they have the sperm fertilize the egg, right? So now the egg, now the thing is in the womb. Now the baby, you know, in 10 months, he's been fed. Back to the pedigree, right?
Being compacted in blood.
Being compacted in what?
In blood.
What happened when that baby born? What's coming out? Blood and water, right? Read.
Of the seed of man.
Of the who?
Seed of man.
Sperm. That's the seed of sperm. Man carried the seed. Okay, that's your sperm, and that's in your sacs, right? Read.
And the pleasure that came with sleep.
Right, the pleasure that came with sleep, right? You know, they have sex, right? You gotta go to sleep. You gotta go to sleep. You worn out. Read.
And when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth.
Right, he said, I drew up the common air, because right now you get your first breath, right? And now you exposed to the earth, because think about it. You come out, all the babies are born light skinned, right? Because you have no sun directly on your sun.
I seen a dark skin baby.
Huh? But that baby, but the baby come out darker, don't it? After a while, it come out darker, right? Huh? All right, that's what we're coming out with. I ain't say all babies come out bright. I said the baby got darker. Sis, come on over here. Come on over here, sis. Sis, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You can 2 minutes. You can walk over here and walk back. Come on. Right.
I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature.
Right, because all babies are born like that. Even a dog, every, you know, what we call mammals, right? They born, they gotta get that fresh breath of air. They cry, they scream, right? Read.
And the first voice which I uttered was crying.
Was what?
Was crying.
Hear that? Read.
As all others do.
As all others do, right? Go back to that seed, right? Read.
I was nursed in swaddling cloths.
He said I was nursed, right? And swaddling, meaning his mother wrapped him up in cloth, right? And she nursed him, right? He's getting breastfed. Nowadays, you got some women, they're too lazy to breastfeed their kids. They want to give them formula.
Right.
Right. I can understand if they have a sickness or something like that, but if the baby, you know, if the baby got his earthly mother, give him that. They said that's the best pure milk. That's the best pure formula right there. It's the mother's milk. Read.
And with care, and that with cares, for there is no king that have any other beginning of birth.
Hear that? There is no other king that have a different beginning. All kings are born just like that. Okay? There's more to it. Read.
For all men have one entrance into life.
Hear that? All men are born, right? Have one entrance to life, right? They gotta have sex, gotta be conceived in the womb and born from a woman, but the sex gotta come from a man. Read.
And the like going out.
In the same way when you die the same way you give up the ghost, right?
Give it up.
Right, you give it up. So now I want you to give me that in Hebrews about that Christ wasn't made like unto the angels. So now we're gonna figure this out, because Christ walked here like us, right? He went through the same trials and tribulations as you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men and women. Okay, read.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 2 and verse 16. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels.
Hear that. Verily said he. Which where you started at? 16. Verse 16. Let me see. I want to see if I want you to go up a little higher real quick. Start at verse. You could read. I'm gonna get more of it. There's more to it. Yeah. Read verse 14. 14. Yeah.
Hebrews chapter 2 and verse 14. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood.
Right. So everybody's a partaker of flesh and blood. Right. We all formed in this fashion, with this earthly fashion. Right?
He also himself likewise took part of the same.
Took part of the same, right? He had meaning he was born and conceived in the same way.
That through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil.
Right, because we know the devil's the deceiver. That's what it means, liar, deceiver, the earth. Right, read.
And delivered them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage.
Right, because everybody was fear of death, right? So everybody, but this is during captivity. This is during Christ's time. When Christ was born, it was during the Roman captivity. Okay, the Romans was ruling. That was you read about Titus, Pontius Pilate, and all them. Those were kings. They was ruler, governors and stuff at the time. This is the time of Julius Caesar. Okay, read.
For verily he took not on him the nature of angels.
Hear that? He didn't take on the nature of angels. He was not here with no damn wings flying around. He had he could float. He had powers. He had spiritual powers to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he was full of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High God. He knew how to use it, right? That information, that stuff wasn't brought to us yet. Remember, the disciples had to be taught that by Christ, how to heal people, how to bring people back from the dead, so on and so forth. Read.
But he took on him the seed of Abraham.
The seed of who?
Abraham.
Think about it, from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob, right? You got to remember, you got our father Abraham, right? He ain't the father of all the nations here on the earth. He's the father of the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. Even the white people. That's right. Even the Arab people come from Abraham. But God chose a nation, okay, from them. He chose from Abraham. He said, I'm going to take your seed. Because he had multiple sons, but the first two sons that everybody know, he had Ishmael the father of Abraham. Then he had Isaac. He said, I'm going to choose Isaac, okay? Out of Isaac had two sons. Right. He had Jacob and Esau. Who did he chose? Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, okay? Israel had 12 sons, which you read about here, okay? You derive from one of those 12 sons. Read.
Verse 17. Wherefore, in all things, it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren.
Hear that? It behooved that Christ, in all things, Christ will be made just like his brothers, right? His people. My flesh, my kinfolk, my cousin, right? Right. And we're gonna have the same thing. Think about how we can do blood transfusion. How we, we can have children together and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? With our sisters in righteousness. I mean, you get married, but we the same people. Read.
That he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in all things pertaining to God.
Hear that? In all things pertaining to God, he could be that faithful and high priest, because he came to take that order of the Levitical priesthood. Because at the time, the Pharisees, scribes in them, all of them, they were teaching Moses' old law of sacrifice. Okay, when Christ come in the scene, once he died, he said, "Hey, there's no more of that, no more of that thing, no more sacrifice." But they didn't want to hear that. Because think about it, because now when that happened, because they was in the rulership, they was afraid that when Christ came, that hey, they rulership, them bleeding and being rich and stuff like that is gonna have to come down. They didn't want that to happen. They were living good, bro. Right. They were living up in the house.
Man, we gonna remember what it is.
Right. We got more to it. Read.
To make reconciliation for the sins of the people.
Reconciliation meaning that when you come, let's say like a marriage couple, right? If they decide to split up, they say we're not gonna get divorced. We're gonna separate. They separate. One living in one house, one living in the other house. They may decide to work things out. We're gonna come back together. That's reconciliation. Okay. Look it up. I mean, I want you to hear look that stuff up on your own. So I mean, we coming back together. That's what Christ said. Christ is married to us. He married to Israel. He said, we're gonna come back together. I'm gonna bring us back to the Father. Because the Father, he dissed us off. He said, you know what, y'all hard-headed as hell. You don't listen.
Y'all figure it out.
Y'all figure it out. Right. I'm gonna turn my back. But now I'm gonna send my son. I'm gonna bring y'all back. Cause this is a story. Yeah. This is a love story. Right. Okay. What we reading about, the ultimate love story about your history. That's what we reading. Read.
For in that he himself have suffered being tempted, he is able to succor them that are tempted.
Right, because think about it, he went through the same trials and tribulations we went through, the same temptations. He said, guess what? I'm going through this and I'm going to show you what I did, how I walked, how I maneuver, and the things that you need so to get yourself out of that situation.
Created in the image of Christ.
Yes, everybody created in the image of Christ. Everything created in the image of God.
It's up to you.
Yes.
What you do in that situation. That's why I'm going to turn my back. And y'all do it.
Give me that real quick. And you know, I want Hosea 5. You know, I want, once I'm going to turn my back. Watch this right here. Read what you got.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5 and verse 15. For I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
Hear that? So I'm going to turn my back on y'all. So I'm going to go. I'm tired of dealing with you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans today. Which are the Israelites, the true biblical Israelites by lineage, right? By Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If anybody can prove it's different, come out here and produce your cause. You in that Christian church. Christian church is white supremacy. Right. Okay? Think about them KKKs and them white sheets. What do they come with? Burning crosses. Right. Right? What do they say? They brought Christianity. You flip this around real quick. I want you to see this right here, because I was touching on the other brother. You see this right here? This is called man-made religion. This is which is called white supremacy. During this time, guess what? What was going on in 1608? John Smith, he started baptism, that religion. God never gave us religion. He gave you law, statutes, and commandments to live by. White man gave you religion, right? He gave you baptism. That's big down here in the South.
Hello?
Yeah, that's big down here in the South of our people, us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We the ones stuck in all this man-made religion, okay? We got to come up out of that.
I'm gonna get back with you, bro.
Get back with me. All right, bro. Well, look, you got our contact information, okay, man?
All right.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is